Hi, it's Bernie Slavin. Thanks for joining me on Facebook Live, and thanks as always to the sponsors: Galaxy Blinds, Ultimate Windows, GRS Installation, Advanced Utility Solutions, Cornerstone, Dovecot, Cleveland Systems Engineering, Ocean Lighting, and TGM Cars. Well, Boris travelled down to Norwich. Fair old trip, that one. Brimming with confidence. 5 games in the bounds, 5 wins in the league, 6 including the cup game. We went there full of confidence. Norwich have been under the cosh. I think they've lost 4 out of the last 6. Managers under pressure. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses his job after tonight. But the team was Dieng, Engel, Fry, McNair, Van den Berg, Greenwood, Hackney, House and Jones, Crooks and Coburn. On the bench was Glover, Belazer, Clark, Rogers, Gilbert, Dick Steele, Silvera, Coulson and Banguera. So it was Dieng, Engel, Fry, McNair, Van den Berg, Greenwood, Hackney, House and Jones, Crooks and Coburn, Glover, Belazer on the bench, Clark, Rogers, Gilbert, Dick Steele, Silvera, Coulson, Banguera. What game did I see? I thought it was first of all, it was another fantastic result. Away from home, I know they've been huffing and puffing, but a great result. 6 wins in the bounce, and we're in the top 6. You couldn't make it up. 2 months ago, people were saying, "Oh, we're rubbish. We're going down. We're never going to recover." What a turnaround! What a turnaround! Professional performance from the Borough tonight. We created several good chances. Coburn could have had a couple. Young Aiden Hackney went through and did a good shot first half. Van den Berg had one. He came in on the left side, inside left, touched it, rifled it, hit it with sheer power, flew over the crossbar. But Borough's goals came, one came just after half time. It was a great move. It was Jones won the ball, Hackney got it. He played it to Coburn. Coburn could have shot, but unselfishly squared it, and there was Greenwood to side foot, took a wee deflection into the back of the net. And then 90 minutes, substitute Silvera come on. He's hit a daisy cutter meaning on the floor. Wrong footed the keeper, and it flew into the bottom left hand corner from 18 yards. So all in all, great 3 points, 6 wins in the bounce, magnificent turnaround, and we have finally turned the corner without any debate. I just want to say before we go into read the Facebook and the tweets that's come through. Sad news, Bill Gates passed away. It was yesterday. Condolences to his family. Obviously, I'm still pally with his brother Eric. Condolences to Gates' family. I want to say also happy birthday. But so Bobby Charlton obviously passed away. That's been mentioned since Saturday. And obviously you listen to the stories and watch the documentaries. What a player he was. What a player he was. I just on a happier note, I want to say happy birthday to John Henry. John Henry, of course, I played with Henry. Great player, funny guy, great character, great personality. Last guy, historically, scored the last goal at Ayresome Park. That is in the history books. And he scored, he's voted the best player, the best goal rather, at Ayresome Park. I played that game. I always say to him when he beat 5 men, I took 2 of them away, which I didn't. He ran from one box to another. It was against Millwall. So happy birthday, Hendy. If anybody's watching, tell Hendy happy birthday. I went to walk with Hendy a couple of weeks ago. I think he's still walking. Right, let's go through. Let's see what the Borough fans have got to say after another win. Great to celebrate Carrick's anniversary. A win. Yeah, it's been a great. Engel. Colin Fry says, great 3 points, Bernard. Happy days. Thought Fry McNair played well at the back. They did. Weren't up against much, to be honest. They were poor. Dear God, they were poor. Not taking anything away from us. On your travels, getting a draw is a good point. But after watching the first half, I thought we must put them in bed. And we did eventually. Paul Kelly said, evening Bernie, how good was that? We played that perfect, pressured well and broke well when we had the ball. We slowed the game down when we went in front and took the ball off the game. Perfect, bring on Stoke City. Well, we obviously fancy ourselves against Stoke and all as well. Make it 7 in the bounce. It was, as I say, tonight was a professional performance from start to finish. we sort of, you know, the team look, although the goals weren't coming, there was a few chances went a begging, they've got that look now, a confidence now, and a touch of arrogance, let's be a bit arrogance, that we don't need to panic, we're going to get a goal. And that's exactly what happened. Good win for Amy Buttery, was that, Amy. 7th in the league. I thought we were in the top 6, Amy. I'm sure I come on here and says we're in the top 6. Where are we here? Saying, oh, dear goodness. Sorry about that. Gareth Oyson says, Bernie Carrick's just showing off how to take the team bottom league to the top 6 up the borough. Massive win for me. Kev Manfield says, evening Bernard, evening Kevin. A well-deserved win. Great all-round team performance. Fry, great stuff. We match on. Well done, the fans too. Yeah, I believe there was just under 1,000 fans. I mean, Norwich in the midweek game. That's a fair old. I think there was something like 25,000 there. And just under 1,000 Borough fans. So well done to those fans. I could hear them through my TV. Great result up the Borough. Matthew Jones, R.I.P. Bill Gates. That's for Colin Fryatt. Paul McLean says, not the greatest performance, Bernie, but we won with arguably a weakened team from Saturday. 3 more points in the bag, but a sniffer test versus Stoke. A stiffer test versus Stoke. Well, I don't know about that. They always seem to make it difficult for us. No, you want in the rich vein of form we're in, and the confidence is high, and we're scoring a goal. My only disappointment tonight was conceding a goal. I think we conceded it about 95 minutes because we were going for another clean sheet. We looked destined for the clean sheet. I already put it down that, hey, clean sheet, another clean sheet. Only for the lad to come in through the left, got on his right and put it top corner. It was a good finish. Happy birthday, Hendo. Enjoy. Yeah, John Henry's birthday. How old is he? I think he's about 85. He looks well for 85. Up the effing Borough. Lovely jubbly. For Cooper, new Kevin. Matt McNeil says, quality away performance. To think 6 weeks ago, the fickle Borough fans were calling for Carrick's head. He says we will come good. What do you think, Bernie Joseph Slavin? Well, if you watch this, Mark, I says all along, I says for the start of the season, give it 12, 14 games. I wasn't panicking after the opening 7, but I was obviously concerned that we have to get out the mire, have to get out the rut. But I kept saying, give him a wee bit of time to settle and let's see where we go. What a turnaround. Fantastic turnaround. Brilliant. Well done, Michael Carrick. Carrick looks a cool character. I think he's passed it on to the players, and the players are back in the groove now and flying high. Lee Edward Hutchinson says, I believe the squad is still bedding in. You can see we are the better team in the first half, but Carrick seems to... It's a long one, so read it. Where are we? Carrick seems to instill belief, so we go out second half with total belief we can win the game. A lot of new players who have not played at this level for a large period of time, so that belief will come for 90 minutes soon. Carrick has a real knack of improving players. Engels, Rogers, Greenwood, and hopefully now Silvera. Fine goal for Silvera. Man of the match was Engel today for me. That's with Michael McCluskey. And again, I apologise, YouTube. I know people send them in, but the writing's very small. I mean, I don't need glasses, but it looks like disrupted writing. Chris Mussard says it was Greenwood. Phil Otten, I think they've seen enough of Coburn now to know he's not the long-term option. 1 goal and 7, need to get Latty Laugh. Latty Laugh was out tonight. I heard he wasn't well. To give him a run now. Latty Laugh was out. I believe he was sick. I believe who else was missing? Obviously McGree still missing. It's amazing. McGree for me is the best player in the squad, and he's missing, and we'll just keep going, doing the business. It's fantastic. Coburn needs to do more. Look, Coburn worked hard again. He had a couple of chances. He was ahead of first half. Maybe could have done better. Keeper came out and fumbled it, came straight to Coburn. Could have headed it anywhere, he headed it straight back to the keeper. Talking about headers, Ben Gibson, former Borough player, he had an effort at 1-0 down. The ball came in for the right. He won the ball, he was up above Fry for the first time, probably only time. Should have hit the target, off target. Coburn needs to do more. Great win, feel like we need another strike in January. Martin Whitehead. What if we want to rubber stamp with conviction and what we really mean and statements of intent, then we have to go and get another player or two in January. And what better way to to bring them in, to attract them when you're doing well. Let's hope we can keep this run for now to January. Neil Ray says 3 points in the bag against bang average Norwich side. Oh, they were poor. I have to say, dear me. I mean, the fans were on their case early doors. Few subs. I don't know if the boos were intended at the manager or the players coming on, but all's not well at Norwich. Philip Jackson says, not pretty, but great work from the lads. They all put in the effort and wood for each other. Great to see. Colin Fry says, what's your thoughts on Coburn tonight? I thought he worked hard as ever, Colin. I still think he's a novice. He's still a relatively young lad. I just think that he's... look, Carrick made it quite clear and obvious that he wasn't in his plans. He was shifting them on, but because he never got all the players he wanted, he kept them here. And he's kept faith in them. And I believe he'll start again on Saturday. Foz was the other one that was missing tonight. I heard he's injured. Christian Stubbs says, not a great performance, but it's all about the points. Bit lacklustre going forward. Defence looked solid. Well, they did up until the last few minutes. Kim Neal says, great result, Burnley. What a difference a month makes. Imagine if we had just stayed, we'd already be promoted. Yeah, you're kidding yourself on. Kev, you want to get them out of your head. Go and see somebody. You need to get them out of your head. Rudy just stayed. I needed that Norwich goal. That gets me 500 return tomorrow for Leslie Coates. I needed that Norwich goal. Oh, dear me. So you're telling me you won 500 quid, Leslie? I'll tell you what, I've never seen you come on all the time. You've been watching this, same when you've lost, Leslie. You're a typical gambler. The gamblers always tell you when we won, oh, we won hundreds, and they don't tell you when they lost hundreds. I don't gamble, so I'm not really in there. Lackey Laugh would have scored a few today with his pace, running at them, would have scared them to death. I'm sure he would have, Michael. As I say, watching Lackey Laugh, he's got he gets some great things going for him. He's super quick, he's fast, he's direct. He can take a kick, he's fairly tough for a wee guy. The thing that for me, he still lacks is cool composure and putting the brakes on and just calming down in front of goal and picking his spot. He seems rash. Would have took a point before a ball was kicked, Bernie. So 3 points, getting up the Borough Darren Rivers. I'm sure any Borough fan out there would have, well, after watching the first half, I think the Borough fans would have been looking for all three, and that's what we got. Outstanding, Bernie. Who would have believed our turnaround, our momentum and confidence is through the roof. Greenwood, some player. We're galvanising into a great squad. Well, we are. Colin Ibbotson, we are. Andrew Hill says, great result tonight, Bernie. I hope we carry on winning Saturday against Stoke. Steve Pozza says, they control. That is happy days. They control. That's it. Happy days. I was waiting on the phones coming in there. Chris Chico Brown says, Bernie, wow, how are we here after the start of history repeating the playoffs? Well, that's right. If you remember, Michael Carrick, this is his anniversary, and what a year it's been for Michael Carrick. He came in and we were 21st, and he got us into the playoff positions. We failed at the last hurdle, but that was quite an achievement. This season, everybody had an opinion on Carrick. Has he lost it? The players have gone. Is he a good coach? Can he turn it round? Is he as cool as he looks? Well, yeah, he is. He's got all those qualities. He's proved it. And the way he's turned things round. Richie Down says, Paddy and Fry have been brilliant of late. Don't get enough praise. I'll tell you what, well done, Paddy and Fry. Yeah, Paddy and Fry. Linehan will just need to bide his time on the bench if we keep playing like this. As I say, we're getting clean sheets tonight. Very unlucky not to get another one, but it was one of these strikes, wasn't it? It could have ended up anywhere. It could have had a pigeon off the stand. Gav Davis says, you tell me this time last month that we would be 7 unbeaten and 3 points off third. Right now, I would have thought you would have been balmy. What a turnaround, Bernie. Gav Davis. You're right. I think even the most ardent, blinkered, sycophantic Borough fan out there wouldn't have believed what's been happening. Wouldn't have believed what's happened in the turnaround we've had. Been incredible. I messaged John Henry direct to his mobile. He was wondering how I was. He's 60 today. No, he's 75 is Andy. 60 Clem, 75 age. Mark Anderson says, hi Bernie, hope you're well. Another great result tonight. Away from home, I thought Sam Greenwood played really well and deserved his goal. I saw a few days ago that we had an option to make his loan permanent for 1.5 million. Surely that would be good business for us. 1.5 million in modern game. Peanuts, isn't it? Great to leapfrog over the Mackhams. That's right. He beat tonight. Was it 1-0? Get beat by Leicester. Leicester's flying, isn't he? Anthony Maltz, Bracey says, good evening, Bernard. Good evening, Maltz, lad. Great result. Can see the confidence of the team now, which is key in this league. Dieng has been unbelievable. What a signing. Takes it all in his stride. Anthony Maltz, he's a former keeper. Well, I think he's still playing five-a-side. He plays in goal. He knows the gig in goal between his sticks. And I have to agree with him. Dieng, when I first seen him, I thought, this guy, I handed stone to him right away after a few games. Look, there was a couple he dropped or missed time, but in the main, he's been very good. He moves things quickly rather than fanning around, taking his time. I was never a fan of Stefan. I made that quite clear and evident last year. Yeah, this guy is a good goalkeeper. Michael Sauter says, what a great win tonight. Even despite the injuries, credit to both Carrick and Woodgate. Yeah, don't forget Jonathan Woodgate's part of the squad, the coaching squad. The last time we won 16 bounds was 2016. We went up then. Boom. So Michael's got us getting up. Gary Bickerstaff says, it's amazing how calm Carrick was through the early part of the season when things weren't going right. He knew the turnaround, the turnover of players would need bedding in. I really like Carrick as manager. Look, Carrick's a cool individual. I think he was that as a player. You see him in the park when he played, and he had a fantastic, magnificent career at Man United. Longevity, loyalty, he had everything. But he was never one you read bad press about. You never see him getting ruffled or losing the head during games. And he's carried that into the coaching. And he's like a Prozac, just calm and cool, a Valium, calms everybody down. I'm not saying he takes him, I'm just saying that's what he gives you. Billy Joe Slavin, it's not the first time you let in a late goal at Norwich. Remember the 4-4, you were with Ali. This is for Paul McLean, you have a good memory. And you took your headphones off and threw them in disgust. Yeah, just a quick story. Paul McLean's reminiscing when the late great Ali Brown was doing the commentary. I'm obviously co-presenter, and I think we were winning like 3 or 4-1 at the time. And Ali's going, oh, it's a walk in the park, and he's giving it all the big ones. I'm saying, listen, they look as if they're going to score again, 4-2. I'm telling you, Ali, they're coming back into it. We fell asleep, 4-3, 4 each. At the end of the game, I've just slung my earphones down and walked away in disgust down to the stairway. But Ali being Ali, unknown to me, he's still live on there. I threw a wee tantrum. Then I see somebody I know, so I sat talking to him. And the next day, I meet somebody that was listening to the commentary in the phone in afterwards. And he says, oh, so you headed back to the car? And I went, when? When they scored the 4th, you just threw your headphones off and headed back to the car? I said, no. I said, I just went to the end of the stairway and I had a chat with a guy and then I come back. He says, oh, Ali says you threw your headphones down, you head to the car. There's no way you can get in because he's got the keys. That was Ali. What a picture Ali painted. Sticks that in your pipe and smoke it, Delilah. Or Delia, no Delilah. I was thinking of the song, what were they called? Alec Hadley Band. Why Delilah? It's Delia Smith, the cook. Yeah, Delia, if you're watching, right up your kilt. Carol Smoggy Moran says, not sure if you read my post the other night, but for some reason you got to mine and then I was watching a Barnow. Ha ha. I'll say it again, can feel something special again. When we were all worried at the start of the season up the borough. Yeah, I just want to say apologies, like podcasts and Facebook Lives, YouTube, they've been a nightmare for the last 3-4 days. Since Friday, it's been a nightmare up here where I live. The weather took one of the poles down, one of the masts down, so there was chaos. We had no lighting, we went back to the candle lit. Then the Wi-Fi went down yesterday. It was just chaos. I thought I was living in the dark ages. I used to do it in Glasgow, candle lit for a week and that. But anyway, no big deal in the scheme of things. West Brom are 2-0 up and we'll move above the Borough into 6. Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, because we were quarter to kick-off. Seeing Latty laugh today in Costa. Or was that Latty? Oh, tell you what, Leslie, your jokes are crap. Carl Latley says, hello, Bernie, mate. We've done really well tonight and buzzing about getting 3 points up the Borough. Carl, we have. Brilliant. The player, look, we go through, we've got opinions after every game. And the opening 7 games, there was a lot of negative comment flying about. I gave my opinions as well. It wasn't good. It wasn't good to watch. We were letting too many goals in, weren't scoring enough. But hey, come on, credit where it's due. What a turnaround. Phenomenal turnaround. But we look at the minute as if we're going out now and we don't think we're going to get beat, no matter who we're playing. I know there'll be people out there saying you've got bigger fish to fry, bigger tests. You know, you've got, obviously, Leicester City. I get all that. But you can only beat us in front of you and we've did brilliant. And don't forget, Sunderland, a couple of weeks ago, 4-0. Oh, I can hear the Sunderland fans out there, maybe who's get mixed up and come in and joined us, saying, yeah, it's because we'd only 10 men. What result tonight, Bernie? Who was your man of the match tonight? Up the Borough from Thailand, Ban the Borough. Do you know what? I didn't really focus on an individual. I was looking as a team, solid in defence. I know we let go in. Solid in defence. I thought we passed it around well enough. Last third still could be sharper, still could be better, still could be more ruthless. But yeah, I just thought there was too many to mention. I wouldn't have gave one bottle away tonight. I'd have gave 11 because we won another game, 6 in the bounds. I remember I used to do the man of the matches. We were sponsored by a jewellers and I'd give the man of the match away. I would say, who's your man of the match? And I'd give the bottle and say it's so-and-so. And he would receive it off Ali on the Monday. But there was times I used to go, no, I'm not giving a man of the match. And people used to go to me and say, well, why are you not giving a man of the match? Because I've never seen a man of the match. But tonight I've seen more than one. There was a few, more than a few. As I say, professional performance. Another great win, nice to have a clean sheet. But the 3 points, the bread and butter at the end of the day, is if it ball gamble. Where the ref got that extra minute from is beyond me. Yeah, I think he put 8-9 minutes up, didn't he, tonight? On to Stoke. Happy 1 year anniversary, Michael Carrick. Yeah, Carrick, as I say, he came in. We were 21st in the league. He ripped up the 5 at the back that the negative managers had all played, whether it was Karanka, Tony Pulis, Neil Warnock, Chris Wilder. Yeah, but this guy came in, ripped it up, tried to get a settled team, a good team, play football, play entertaining football, and he's achieved all that, and we're back on track. So, well done, Michael Carrick, in your opening year for Middlesbrough. Let's hope there's many more to come. Recruitment team have taken a bit of stick early doors. Is it time to praise them as our squad is looking pretty decent? Stephen Parkin. Recent lads who come off the bench are finishing the game well up the Borough. Yeah, listen. The recruitment were getting stick because we weren't playing well. The recruitment were getting stick because we'd signed players that we didn't know. The recruitment were getting stick because we didn't spend a lot of money. That doesn't mean they're bad players. That cost 25 grand. Pallister was a set of strips. You know, you don't need to cost the world to be good players, but when a lot of players are coming in bulk, i.e. 12, and we've let the Championship's top scorer go in Akpom, and Giles is gone, and Ramsey's gone, and, you know, it's going to have an effect. But there's no way that I thought it would turn around this quickly. I did say, I keep saying the old cliche 14 game, whatever, but the turnaround, don't forget, the way it goes, we can soon go off the rails again. I don't think we will, but you could do. Injuries, loss of form, red cards, winter. There's a host of things can happen. You know, look at Latty Laugh tonight, he's out. Meant to be not too good. McGree, injured. Top player, but we've just kept cracking on. So, Foz, he's out as well. All the lads worked hard tonight, happy days ahead. That's for Steve Poza. Ian Plumpton says, not a great game to watch, but we are finding a way to win. Some important players injured, but everyone is giving 100%. That's the least we should expect from professional footballers. I mean, it's a cliche, but it's a true saying. Least is 100%. And then you have that bit of class. Great result. Think we lack consistency with the passing. Could have been more. Richard James. Well, it could have been more. We passed, yeah, some of the passing was iffy at times, but there were some good passes, good moves. I mean, the goal for the first one was a great goal. Jones intercepted. Kate Hackney, he's played it inside right to Coburn. Coburn could have shot. I wouldn't have shot my right foot. I'd have squared it. And he squared it, and it's a fine finish. We're 7th in goal difference under Cardiff in 6th. Okay, Pamela, thanks for telling us. I prefer Latty Laugh to Coburn. I'd like to see Latty Laugh and Coburn link up. Big man, small man. Fantastic, Bernard. Great result. Great falling from the Borough faithful. Nearly got another clean sheet, but a win's a win, Matt Wilson. A win's a win from Matt and Jojo driving back to Teesside. Matt and Jojo, one day at the Riverside, I want you to come up and say, we're Jojo and I'm Matt, this is Jojo. I want to meet yous. You do some travelling. I take my hat off to yous. You know, any fan that travels away midweek, especially the distance of Norwich, and no doubt you'll be there at Exeter and Plymouth and Kyle. I mean, it's incredible. And I think the modern player, despite they get a lot of bad press, some of the big players up and down the country, I think our players appreciate your support, and I'm sure that they applauded you tonight. Dave Conway says, solid away performance with what in the main is a bit of depleted squad. It bodes well when the likes of McGree, O'Brien are full flow. How cool is Dieng? He's cooler than a polar bear's ass. I like that, Dave. I like that. I could have pulled away, but I'm not going to pull away. So this guy, Dieng's getting a lot of praise tonight. He said praise since he came in, but he's getting praise. But this guy, Dave Conway in particular, says, how cool is Dieng? He's asking me question mark. And then he tells me he's cooler than a polar bear's ass. That is cool. Matthew Jones says, hi Bernie, I was worried in the pre-season and early season that the team didn't seem to be celebrating together or being a team. Great to see them celebrating together, including Dieng in the second goal. Do you think the team spirit is coming together? Without a doubt. You know, when you lads come in, you don't really know the makeup and what they're about. You would think the club would do the homework and the recruitment lads would do the homework. Are they good characters? You know, the Jack the lads, if they get a partner, or do they live with a wife, if they get kids. You know, that's what Cloughie used to do, the late great Brian Clough. So you would hope that they would do the homework, get decent lads in, and at the minute they're brimming with confidence. They look as if they're all pally now. And that's a big thing. Togetherness in the dressing room. I've had it with 86 squad. We've still got it now. Nearly 40 years on, 30, 40 years on. It's an incredible thing. The ability, you need ability, and you need loads of other things, but the other thing you need is harmony in the dressing room. And respect the coach or the manager, and the players respect each other, socialise together. I mean, we've got a lot of young lads. I'm sure they still socialise these days. Matt Scott says, Crooks must have a new car or a new girlfriend. He's been immense lately, Bernie. He might have both, Mark. Might have both. I remember Peter Crouch did that, didn't he, with that Abby Clancy when he was at Liverpool. I watched a documentary on Big Crouchy. He's a character. I like Big Crouchy. He was getting hammered and she stuck behind him and all that. And then when she met him, because he was having a nightmare at Liverpool when he went there, everything clicked into gear and he was away. Yeah, you're probably right. Might have a car and a bird. John Goldsborough says, great, hard fought away one. Referee decent too. Yeah, I agree the referee was better than the one on Saturday. Peter Sloan says, hi Bernie, great result. What a turnaround up the effing Borough. Paul Otten says, it's like deja vu from last season. The lads who left, Akpom, Archer, Giles, Stefan and Ramsey, what are any of them doing now? Huge credit to Carrick for his swift rebuild. And Anthony McCluskey says, enjoyed the game, Bernie, all the way in Northern Ireland. I hope you're enjoying the fresh air in Northern Ireland, Anthony. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the result, I enjoyed the goals, I enjoyed some of the play, but most of all, I enjoyed 6 wins in the bounce. 7 if you include the cup. And by the way, the cup game coming up, Exeter, I know we've got Stoke on Saturday, but Exeter game, we want to be doing the business there as well and end up, quarter final, and then you never know.
Terry Carter says, it was always going to be a slow start with the amount of new players we brought in. Normal service has resumed. And I'll tell you what, after seeing what Carrick did last season, not one club will be looking forward to playing us now. Well, obviously, a lot of clubs will be looking and thinking, dear God, you know, how's he done it? Exeter away and Plymouth, both sellouts next week, Bernie. Fantastic support from the Borough faithful. Matt Wilson. Middlesbrough fan page, up the Borough. What a turnaround in form. Up the Borough. Who was your man of the match? I was asked that earlier. Look, I had more than one. There was half the team I thought were really good tonight. Solid at the back. I thought Van den Berg done well. I mean, he'd one great shot. He brought it down brilliantly and he hit it. He rifled it with his laces. Middle of the goal, but would have probably beat the keeper if it was lower. Just went over the bar. I thought he was good. Big Paddy and Fry were immense. Dieng settles everybody down as well. Young Hackney was greatly involved. He was involved in the goal. So there was a lot there. Glenn Ball says, not just Carrick, Bernie got to give praise to his backroom staff as well. Almost not. Yeah, don't forget Jonathan Woodgate and the staff. There's other guys there who I hardly know, but they all play a part. The team on the park, there's a team off the park. The thing about Woodgate, some people were surprised that Woody came back. I was surprised, if I'm honest, but he did. I don't think he got the best hand, the best deal when he was manager. Some people say he was thrown under the bus, but for whatever reason, he left. I never thought for a minute he'd return, but he has returned. And what I like about him, Woodgate's a big name in this area in his own right. He's had a great footballing career, had a few bad injuries, but a great footballing career. But what I love about him is he's not wanting to hug the limelight and hug the touchline and be right up Carrick's backside. He's sitting back, he's sitting in the shade, and comes up now and again, gives a wee bit of advice or tells Carrick what he sees and then goes back in. He's not looking for adulation for the fans or sing his name, or he's not looking for that. And that to me is appealing. That he knows his role. I'm number 2, but I'm sitting in the shade, and if the gaffer needs me or the coach, Carrick, needs him, he'll go up and give him a couple of words in his ear. And that's a gift in itself, so well done to Woody as well. Class show, Bernie. Michael Kitson, cheers, Michael. Who was your best striker partner at the Borough? Also, who would you like to partner you up front in the modern day? Michael, my best striker partner was Ian Baird. I played with 7 or 8 strikers in an 8-year period. The majority were different from me. They were big, strong, aggressive, ruffled feathers, and I would get the bits and hopefully score a few goals, which I did. But that was thanks to Archie Stevens, Ian Baird, Paul Wilkinson, Lee Turnbull. Well, I played with a right few strikers. So Ian Baird for me was the best. Strikers now that I look at who I'd like to play with, never really gave it a thought. I don't really watch a lot of teams, you know. I only watch the Borough. I don't see anybody at the Borough that could marry up with me at the minute, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, when Birdie came, he was experienced. Walco came, he was experienced. I wasn't playing up with young lads. There was Archie Stevens when I came. Archie was about 50 then. No, Archie was a few years older than me, and Archie showed me the ropes in England to settle in. So I'll give it a bit of thought and I'll maybe tell you. Have a good old look at the centre forwards. A lot of centre forwards are up there on their own, or they play the number 10. I played directly up front. I did fall deep a bit, but I was in the main directly up front. RIP Bill Kenwright, the Everton chairman. Come on, is he passed away as well? That must be news. I've not heard that one. Paul Kenwright stuck with Everton through thick and thin for many years. Everton fan, businessman. Came in for a bit of stick, the same as all the Evertonian hierarchy, but yeah, condolences to his family, Con. Yeah, he'd a sort of kind face. You know, the cameras used to pan in regular over the years. Well-known face. Up the bam for Con Fry. Lynn Morrison says, Brooklyn Dismore, ask him now about Saturday. What were we on about? Is that a private, is that a coded message to somebody? Oh, sorry. Yeah, right. I don't. I mean, Brooklyn Desmore says, could you sort something to post on the big screen on Saturday at my dad's memorial? I'm trying to think of the lady. There's a lady at Middlesbrough that deals with all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not in control of anything like that. And I sympathise with you and I know what you're trying to do and I think it's a great idea. What is her name? I'll try and think her name before the end of the show and I'll tell you her name and try and phone direct. But if you phone the main office, no, the reception at the Riverside and ask for the, I think it's the lady who works for the foundation, I think she's the one that deals with it. You know, and ask, that's the only bit of advice I could give you. If you phone the reception at the Riverside and ask, could you put you on to somebody at the foundation and tell me your idea and what you're thinking, and all the best for that. As I say, if I can help in any way, I will. But I'm only trying to direct you. Brooklyn. Adrian Patterson said, absolutely fantastic, Bernie. Ground out a result. We just look so good right now. Only problem, you know, the dreaded manager of the month will be coming Carrick's way, and we all know what cuss that is. That's a load of old codswallop, Adrian. Load of bollocks, load of rubbish. I'm not kidding with that. Superstitious nonsense. No, I don't agree with that. Saeed and hi Saeed. Hi Benny. At least ones have made the fans forget about Giles, Archer and Ramsey. And obviously Akpom. Cheers Saeed. Adrian says, apparently we have a sign-on clause for Greenwood, 1.5 million. If I was Gibbo, send them that money now. So they can't backtrack it. I agree with that. 1.5 million is peanuts in a modern day player. I mean, we spent 5 on Letty Laugh, 2 on somebody else, 12 players come in, so there's not a lot of money changed hands. 1.5 for Greenwood. Why not? Anthony says, hi Bernie, enjoyed tonight's game all the way from Northern Ireland. More to come. Gary Bickerstaff says, it's no coincidence that now Howson is back in the team, that we're doing well. Howson wasn't playing at Sunderland, was he? Howson wasn't playing Saturday. Last season his injury impacted, but Laser played Saturday, didn't he? Impacted the team at the end. No, Johnny Howson's a very, very good professional, but Johnny Howson's getting on. Johnny Howson, I don't believe will play. He'll probably play about half the games. I don't think he's going to play every game. But Laser's a fitter, younger lad. Hackney's obviously a fitter, younger lad. We've got more legs in there, more forward-thinking players. Johnny Howson will slow it down, break up opponents' moves, and gives it to players that can play. That's not being disrespectful to Johnny Howson. That's how he's made a name, made a career. That's what he does. You know, he's tough. He leads by example. I don't think he's vocal, but he wins the ball and gives it to somebody who can play. He sits and protects the back four, whereas the likes of Belazer and Hackney and Cody, they've got a bit more about them. There was one that Hackney had a good shot the night and he beat the keeper. He had it with the laces across the goal, beat the keeper, but the defender, I think it hit his backside because he seemed to turn the defender lying down and he cleared it that way. But there's one in the second half where Aiden's went through and it's opened up what the Red say, it's opened up what that. And he opted to play it, I think it was to Jones. Aiden, if anybody's his pal, tell him. When it opens up, have a crack, go for it. Ended up with get blocked anyway. But when it opens up, have a go. He's good enough. As I say, I'm still looking for Hackney to get 10 goals this season. I think he's got 1. 90 goals, he's got plenty of games to get it. Big respect, praise to all the travelling fans tonight, Glenn O'Connor. Without a doubt, Glenn, you know, I remember the late great Jockstein of Celtic, first team to win the European Cup. His words were, without the fans, there's no game. And I've always believed that for a tender age. I heard that quote and saying that. I love quotes. And I always remember that. Without the fans, there's no game. But we've seen it through the COVID, didn't we? There was a game, but there wasn't a game, if you know what I mean. No atmosphere. Atmosphere, colours, sing songs, atmosphere. You know, it's the fans that create and generate the atmosphere for the players to perform. And the big sailor borrow some of the fans to get it, especially in this day and age. Hi Bernie, great result. What's behind the change in form? Paul Wilson. Well, obviously, players are getting to know the new environment. They're getting to know the Carrick brand. We're starting to get a settled team. We're not going to start making 4, 5, 6 changes. Might make 1 or 2 tweaks here and there. I don't think we're going to go wholesale again. I might be wrong. We might go wholesale against Exeter, but what an opportunity to get into the quarter-final. Confidence. Paul, confidence. If you're a striker and you're not scoring, your confidence is low. The more games you go, the more you get in. And then you try everything, and the more tense you are, you start lashing at things and missing chances, and then you just get worse. I think that Carrick's preaching, even in the bad times, just relax, lads, it'll come, keep you cool, keep your composure. And that's what's happening. And a lot of players like a cuddle these days. I like a cuddle in my day, some players, but I think a lot of modern players like a cuddle rather than a bit up the arse. So I think Carrick's style of management, I always remember interviewing Chuba Akpom last season when he hit the 20 mark, and Chuba saying that Carrick was similar to Wenger. I'm not saying similar as in longevity and trophies, not, but just his style, the way he is as a person, as a human being, cool, calm, collective. That's what Carrick's meant to have. And I asked Chuba, does he like that style of management? He says he did. And I believe a lot of, I mean, you can't say boo to somebody outside and they want to get you arrested. So I get modern players like that. Yeah, they don't like getting shouted at or pinned against the wall. In my day, that was part of the course, and I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. But a lot of players these days would rebel against it, not perform. But anyway, I think that's why a lot of it's changed now. We're on Top Form Guide. They both won last 6. Simon Denham says, hi Bernie, if we had an out-and-out striker, we would be unstoppable. Great result tonight, though. Yes, Simon, look, you attract better players to your team when you're doing well. If you're down in the doldrums, not playing good football, do you think anybody would want to go to Norwich after watching them tonight, watching the fans, listening to the fans? You wouldn't touch them with a badge pole. But you're listening to the Borough fans, travelling supporters, singing their hearts out, looking at the turnaround, looking at Carrick himself. How long before a Premier League comes knocking for Carrick, Bernie? Michael Angelo Ritano, that's a lovely name. Hey, look, he'll be under the radar now, he'll be under the spotlight. There'll be players monitoring his every move, every result, the way he's coped throughout the adversity in the opening 7 games. There's no doubt there'll be envious eyes. Paddy's out of contract at the end of the season. It's for Andrew Peacock. Would you be looking to offer him a new contract now? Him and Fry have been immense. Andrew, I would probably say I would keep him. That's in my cat, by the way. Cats are allowed. They love animals more than humans. Paddy's out of contract. But as soon as I read the quotes, I seen the quotes, Paddy's our highest earner. I think there's only one way he's going, and that's out the door because of the money situation. That's me just being honest and up front. That's what I think. I'd keep him for another year. Look, credit to big Paddy. He's had a turbulent couple of seasons, in and out the team, lost of form, left out, bit of stick off the fans, but he's kept going. He's had a couple of errors, but hey, he's kept going. He's back in the team in merit. He's keeping his place in merit, and he's a fine professional. And he's an international player, plays well for Northern Ireland. He's not a mug. But him and Fry look as if they're striking up a fine partnership. It's Lenihan's the one that should be worried. But again, he's out of contract. When I heard he's the highest earner, I think there's only one way that's going, and I think he's off. I might be wrong, but you've asked my opinion, Andrew. Craig Chapman says, so glad we stuck with Carrick. He's proven what a good head coach he is, despite the fact of our squad not having as much quality this season and the start we had. He's doing a fantastic job for us. You're not kidding, Craig. Yeah, Mark Scott says, Archer, Akpom and Ramsey have 1 goal between them after 7 games. What does that tell us, Bernie? Got to be Carrick, right? Well, you could play both cards here. You could say because they're playing in a higher level and in different leagues. Yeah, I don't expect Chelsea to score a lot. Ramsey and Archer expect. I don't know how many games they've played, but they're playing in the bigger leagues, so in defence. But you've got to be Carrick right. So that, yeah, well, Carrick plays his part, there's no doubt, because he plays attacking football. You know, if you say to me, do you want to go with Carrick or do you want to play under Carrick or do you want to play under Carrick or Carrick all day long? Do you want to play under Carrick at Middlesbrough? Do you want to play under Wilder? No, I want to play with Carrick. What about Warner? Oh, definitely Carrick. You know, pure, no, Carrick. So, 5 managers I've mentioned, there's only one I would play with. That, as a centre forward, as an attacking-minded guy, it would be Michael Carrick. Because I watched the football last season. It was incredible football. Some of the best I've witnessed at Middlesbrough. And I've been here, dear God, I've been here about 38 years. I've played, watched. Don't forget, I did 500 games with the late great Ali Brownlee. Hardly missed a game. I go to all the home games. I do a Legends Lounge at the Riverside. I watch all the games on the TV. I don't miss a game. I'm clued up in Middlesbrough's history. Like a lot of young kids out there should get to know your history. But Carrick, since he came in last year, has played some of the best football that I've witnessed. You know, the team I played in, I thought was very good. Third, second, first with no money. What an achievement that was. I still think Bruce Rhea was the best manager that Middlesbrough Football Club's had. Oh, by the way, you can watch on Total BS, my podcast. You can watch it, Spotify, Apple, whatever. You can watch it free. Part 1. You can watch it visually on YouTube. You can listen to it on Total BS podcast. But Bruce Rhea, for me, what he achieved with no money after liquidation scenario was amazing, phenomenal. Fantastic one for the Borough. We showed stacks of bottle up the Borough, Terry Collins. Oh, I can't read that one. Great result on our way home now. Julie Henry. Julie, take my hat off to you and all the travelling Borough supporters. Incredible support. Incredible what you do. Your travelling, your expenditure, your just your passion. It's incredible. Don't forget, I've known Julie and a lot of Borough fans since I was at Essen Park. You know, they've not chucked the towel and they've kept going through thick and thin, irrespective of divisions. Amazing. Safe journey back, Julie. Class 1 for Borough again. Lee Fields is my hero. Mark Galloway. Another great one. RIP to Bill Gates, Craig Dales. Yeah, as I say, Eric Gates, Bill Gates' brother, wife, got in touch yesterday to let us know the sad news that Bill had passed away. I did meet Bill. I did a Borough TV interview. Don't know what it is, to be honest. But I definitely interviewed him because he lived in the Cayman Island for so many years. If you don't know Bill Gates, played for Middlesbrough, got a testimonial, he bought a sports shop. This is before I came to the area. Bought a sports shop and with the money for his testimonial. And then he moved to the Cayman Islands, became a tax exile and had a home over here where he came over for so many months of the year. And that's where I met him many years ago. So, yeah, condolences. And obviously, Bobby Charlton, sub Bobby Charlton. Bernie, can you kick Matt Galloway out the chat? He's negative Norris. Up the Borough, unbeaten until New Year. Negative Norris, I like that. Matt Galloway, you negative Norris. Hey, look, I'm negative in need, but nobody should be negative about Borough at the minute. We've been terrific, man. 6 wins in the bounds. Brilliant. Andy Barker says, good win, not a best tonight. Gave the ball away far too many times, but a good 3 point. Andy, can he perform to the best of your ability all the time? At the now, it's about results, keeping the momentum going, keeping the confidence sky high, and keep doing the business. Anton Desed says, everything is cutting together, new players are fitting in, Engel is putting a bigger shift in each game. Yeah, Engel was good as well, you're right. Denny Wubby says, Bernie, we were the best team all game, we dominated everywhere, but do you think Carrick is leaving it late with subs? When players are struggling with stamina, which could lead to injuries. Hopefully I'm wrong. I don't want to criticise if we were class away from home. Never really picked up that one, to be fair. You know, he's brought Silvera off the bench tonight and he scored. I don't know how the stamina is. Through my television, I didn't really see anybody flagging. Some of the passes were off early doors. you don't rely on stamina when you're 20 minutes in. But I know what you're saying. If there's injuries or whatever, or if you're heavy legged or struggling, then you can pull muscles when you're fatigued. But I don't think any modern player 12, 13 league games in should be suffering from fitness. You should be at your peak now. With all these dietitians, sports scientists, best facilities, you know, they're like pedigree dogs, these guys. I don't see how you'd be struggling with your fitness. I mean, if you're 35 games in or 40 games in, but no, 12, 13 games in. I've always knew controlled the game. Jason Cohen says, Premier League manager, sacking will be coming soon. Just worried we could lose Carrick. Hope he stays the whole season. Jason Cooling. There'll be envy size, no doubt. But Steve Gibson's no mug, you know, and yeah. We don't want to be talking about Carrick going. Carrick's still a novice in the game of football. Yeah, let's keep it there. He's his bigger name. Is his bigger name? No, I don't think. Well, he's his bigger name in his own right and played with the top team, but because he's a sort of quiet man, unlike Gerrard, Lampard, and Wayne Rooney. They've all had top jobs. He's come in and he's finally defeated Middlesbrough. Don't forget Steve McClaren did as well. He was a coach at Man United under Sir Alex Ferguson. Won a lot and ended up getting the manager here. He was a novice. Carrick's a novice. Brian Robson was a novice. I'm talking about great players, but still a novice, but Steve Gibson gave an opportunity. Yeah, Hackney laid the ball off to Coburn and the shot was blocked by the defender. Yeah, on the right hand side, but he should have had a shot, Con. He should have had a shot. Van der Berg will replace Paddy next season. Highest paid player will be moved on. I've already said that. Phil Batch, you obviously agree. Yeah, as I say, as soon as I read that Paddy's contract up, I thought, do we keep him? And then I thought, by the way, I'll be honest, I thought he would have been gone this summer. But he stayed put and he's doing a great job at the minute. His confidence is up along with the team. He's putting in 5-star performances and he's striking up a great partnership with Dale Fry. Andy Tom says, awesome from the boys. And you're right, Bernie, the football under Carrick has been such a pleasure to watch up the borough. Well, the thing is, Andy, I'm sitting regular with former teammates and former players, and obviously I talk to them about the borough. And a lot of them turn to me and they'll go, this is some of the best football I've seen. We've not said it this season as yet, but last season, that was a comment for several former teammates of mine or former players that went on and won X amount in the top flight. Full of compliments. By the way, best football I've seen at Borough. Great to watch, enjoyable, a pleasure, a privilege. Long time, I never heard that under Warnock or any of the guys I've mentioned earlier. But Carrick last year deserved all the plaudits because I seen every game and that's the games I've seen. Hi Bernie, Ajax have sacked their manager. Will this affect Akpom? Paul Wilson. As far as I know, Akpom's not cut it over there. I don't know why or what or how many minutes he's played or how many games he's played. I know he went over there and there was a delay with exchanging whatever documents. I don't know. Sacked a manager tells you everything. Will that affect Akpom? Possibly. When a new manager comes in, new ideas, new money, or more money or whatever. So it could well affect you with Akpom. And I thought you were going to say would we have him back. Look, I'm not a fan of bringing players back. With Janino back 3 times, Stu Downing twice, Gary Pallister twice, Colin Cooper twice, a host of others. I'm not a fan. It's poor recruitment, lazy recruitment, not poor, lazy recruitment. When you've got a European network, go and look at it, go and drag in new talent, fresh talent. You know, people last week were saying Ben Gibson. I watched Ben tonight. Ben was all right, but would they bring him back? No. They move because they're ambitious and they want to play in a higher league or make more money. Patrick Bamford twice. You know, and then when it doesn't work out, we bring them back. I've said it over the years. Your missus comes and says, I found a younger model. I'm heading off. I'm going with this guy, fitter, better looking, better dressed, more money. See you later. 2 years down the line, doesn't work out. He says, can I get back in? Would you let her in? Well, if you did, you're a mug. Well, that's the way I look at players that move on. You move on for a reason. You're looking for something better. If it doesn't work out and you don't cut it, why should we let you return? We're not a charity club. So for me, no. Hi Bernie, hail, big game tomorrow night. Oh, James Mills. Hi Bernie, hail, big game at my old mate Millsy. Glasgow lads. See this lad here, it's in touch, he actually lives in Glasgow. And the night before my wedding, he wasn't my best man, but he slept in the same bed as me the night before. Night to remember, James. Mark Scott says, thanks again, Bernie. Amazing that you give us your time every week, Mark Scott. Thanks, Mark. As I say, the sponsors support me. They obviously support me and back me, and I can go and do interviews and travel up and down motorways. And I love it. I love having an opinion. It's better doing this than working for a company where you're not allowed to say this or that, or say boo, or have to toe the party line and all that crap, because that's what the modern gig's about. Nobody's telling the truth. Everybody's lying these days. So I love it. And thanks to sponsors. Thanks to yous for joining in. Yous make it. And obviously Borough doing well makes it. Yeah, I'm running out of time. 5 minutes. Fullbacks, 10 million for Chuba to buy Latte, Rogers, Silvera, Engel, Banguera and plenty more. Turned out to be a shrewd move. Looking at Akpom at Ajax, who've just sacked the manager. Yeah, well, Phil's come on and told us that as well. Yeah, 10 million for Chuba was great. But he was the championship top scorer and his contract was up, so he could have walked away for nothing, or we could have offered him 2-3 year contract. He might have not repeated that feat, and then we'd have been regretting, but always knew we were going to cash in. We did. Latte Laugh has not proved he's an out-and-out goal scorer yet, neither has Rogers or Silvera. So I would just calm down regarding they're going to be the new Chuba. But saying that, Chuba, 2 years, nobody gave him an earthly. These guys, I think these guys will be good players. I don't doubt that for a minute. There's always an element of luck in football and in life. Desperate for a striker who knows where the net is. Coburn is not the answer. Gibber needs to get the checkbook out. This is for Paul Manders in January and back Carrick. Celtic will lose tomorrow to make the most of happiness tonight. 500 going on Madrid. Leslie. You're a negative Norman, Leslie. Negative Norman. Coburn set up Greenwood to score. Yeah, he did. No, we know that. But initially it was Jones that won the ball on the right. Went to Hackney. Hackney played it through to Coburn. Coburn could have shot but squared it. And thank you very much to Greenwood. Coburn playing in a winning team. They failed Greenwood a bargain at 1.5 million. If it's true, well, that's the talk. They say it's true. I've got a couple of these to read, and then we're off. Bernie, how would you sum up Carrick's time at the Borough? Well, I mentioned it at the top. Been in the job a year. Joined us when we were 21st. Ended up in that playoff position. During the summer, you've seen all the staff players head off. And as a novice, that must have been really gut-wrenching and thinking, dear God, where'd I go for here? 7 games in, wasn't happening, but he kept his cool and composure. Now he's, 6 games in without defeat, or 6 wins. So he's did fantastically well. Long may it continue. And Neil says, sad news about Bobby Charlton and Boris Bill Gates. 2 different type of players. Did you ever meet either? Well, I mentioned it the other day in my podcast. I go to Old Trafford regular. I have done over the years with one of my pals, and but I never met Sir Bobby Charlton there. I met him at Wembley when I was playing for Port Vale in Autoglass. He was a dignitary, came round shaking my hands. So I met Bobby then. Didn't really exchange words, just shook his hand. Great respect in my part, because I knew how great he was, or how great he is and was. And then Bill Gates interviewed for Borough TV many years ago. So yeah, I've met both of them. Good result tonight. Thank you doing the after-match chat every weekend and during the week up the borough. Chris Charlton. Cheers, Chris. As I say, apologies for the disruption over the weekend. Meant to do it Saturday. I got home. Lights were out. It was candlelight. There was no internet. Everything was down. Wi-Fi, the lot. And that's continued disruption for 3 days. But tonight we're on. Everything looks back on track. Colin says, former Borough defender Ben Gibson played tonight. Would you have him back? I think I've answered that earlier. Robbo says, I watched your interview, Pat, one with Bruce Rake. I thought it was brilliant. Cheers, Robbo. If you can see it on, you can listen to it on Total BS, my weekly podcast. You can watch it on YouTube visually and see Bruce. I interviewed him in a hotel in Durham a few years ago. Jerry says, where was Foz and Latty Lath? Tonight, well, one was sick and one was injured. Foz was injured and Latty Lath was sick. Kevin says, first half tonight, average spectacle. Second half, we really stepped it up and got a couple of goals. Could have been more. Jimbo says, Borough should have scored a few in the first half. Yeah, as I say, first half, we Coburn had a couple of chances. Hackney shot was, as I say, beat the keeper, was cleared. Van der Berg was over the bar. Corey says 6 wins in the bounce in the league. It's amazing, especially No McGree, arguably our best player. Brilliant. And Jenny says playoffs. Who would have believed it? Playoff position. Playoff position it is. Yeah, we're not in the playoffs. We're in the playoff position, Jenny. Listen, thanks very much everybody watching. Cheers, Bernie Mayans for Carl Atley. Dave Saunders, 3 points tonight. Bernie just loved the winning feeling up the Borough. Carrick says Anthony Maltesbrazy was on QPR post when he left. He says, if you get the keeper, we get the first. He will be unreal. But if you get the keeper, he's been recently. Good luck to you. Guess we got a keeper. First sign. Hey, Bernie. Ricky Corner, too late. We don't need Gibson back. We have Van der Berg now. Listen, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back on Saturday. I'll be at the game, of course, on Saturday. Hosting the Legends Lounge. I'll be doing the Dovecot afterwards, and then I'll be doing the Facebook Live. I believe everything's sorted with the post up here, so everything should be in order. So, up the Borough. Well done, Michael Carrick. Well done, the players. Another great victory. And well done, the travelling supporters. And keep it going. We'll see you Saturday up the Borough. Cheers. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry I never read them again. It was too small and too... You get me through Twitter. I'll get this off.